Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this 28th day of August 2017. I want to deal with an article that is very dear to my heart, I must say. And it's basically telling adults how they can help their children understand Israel, modern Israel. It's written by Gary Rosenblatt. It's entitled Birthright for Christian Millennials. Birthright is an organization that helps Jewish young people, takes them to Israel, exposes them to all of Israel, so they have a better understanding. This is a Christian version of that. Birthright for Christian Millennials. Worried that young evangelicals are skeptical of Israel. It's a sufficient worry, significant worry. Christian Zionists offer immersion trips to Israel. Delaney Thull, 21, grew up with positive feelings about Israel based on stories she's heard from family members who had visited. But when she arrived on the campus at Princeton University as a freshman 2 years ago, she witnessed anti-Israel BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions, which is the hard left anti-Semitic organization that's found and flourishes in secular campuses today. She was shocked and upset. I realized I had the sentiment for Israel, but no actual political understanding. She later took advantage of an opportunity to join a 10-day group tour to Israel and came away spiritually moved and more able to engage in conversation. Ariel Bryant, a 23-year-old law school student in Virginia, acknowledges she was not well versed in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict before visiting Israel for the first time last summer on a similar 10-day group tour. She came back feeling supportive of the Jewish state and at the same time more aware of the positive situation is complex. And she described the learning process as, quote, like peeling the layers of an onion. The trips that Thull and Bryant participated in were part of Passages, a program designed to show Christian college students in the U.S., many from Christian campuses, the roots of their faith in the Holy Land and help them better understand the complexity of modern Israel. Modeled in part after the Birthright Israel, the tours are sponsored by the Museum of Bible Foundation in Washington, D.C., and the Philos Project, a New York-based nonprofit promoting positive Christian engagement in the Middle East. Most of our young people know little about modern Israel, and part of our mission is to reach current and future leaders on why Israel matters to Christians. The project was launched in 2015 and is supported by both Christians and Jewish groups. One of its main core objectives is to defend the sovereign existence of the Jewish people. Passages, which is aimed at Christian college students with leadership potential in the ministry and other professions where they can spread, quote, the spiritual and moral message of Israel on campus and beyond, according to the program's website. The website, incidentally, is passagesisrael.org. Passagesisrael.org. It'll tell you the whole, all the necessary things you need to know to become and have your children become involved in this. Our college students today might say they're not sure if they support Israel or even the United States. When it comes to political decisions, they appear conflict with moral and religious values. Scott Phillips, 34, a former pastor who lived in Jerusalem for 3 years, is now executive director of Passages, says the program makes clear its belief that Israel is a force for good in the region and in the world, but we want our young people to think for themselves. Students pay $500 for a 10-day trip. The program began last summer with 1,000 participants. This year it was 2,000, and organizers hope to bring 3,000 next summer. An increasingly secular America will be more problematic for Israel and for maintaining the Israel-U.S. alliance. We need a revival among Christians and Jews, calling for a return to the church and synagogue attendance figures of half a century ago. That's not likely to happen among the great majority of American Jews who get nervous with such talk. But if they are passionate about Israel, they may come to recognize and appreciate the deep religious faith among Christians, especially evangelical Christian Zionists, corresponds to deep commitment to the Jewish state. And in closing, I would just say, I paid the $500 for my granddaughter, who is a junior at Christian college. She's going to be a nurse practitioner. And after she got back from this past summer, I asked her, we had dinner together, and I asked her, well, Grace, what was your main takeaway from Israel trip? And she said, my takeaway is, I want to go back. I want to go back as a nurse or to do graduate study. But that's what I want to do. I want to go back. And that's what will be the response, I'm sure, of the young people that you sponsor. Getting your children a better understanding of Israel, both from a biblical, a prophetic, a diplomatic, and a political standpoint. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh, until Messiah comes, Yahweh. Yahweh bless you. Bless those you love. Bless those who love you.